Hey guys, Shadow Slayer here. Welcome back to the Infected. As you can see, we are on the road, which is exactly where we left off last video, because we are looking for the Sorry, I'll stop now. We're up here, and it looks like we only have the two locations to go. This one and this one. And we are already well on our way to getting to the next one. Remember last episode, we wound up hitting a number of POIs. We got really super lucky with the tech pages, often getting 2 per POI. I think we hit like 5 of them last session, I think. Eat it. Do we have a quest going? Yeah, we do, but not for these. So we're going to eat some cooked fish. I think I'm going to pop a heal, if I could find them. You know what, that's probably good enough. A small heal is probably good enough. Don't necessarily need a big one. We're not that hurting yet. Last episode, of course, we farmed quite inadvertently. Didn't realize we were throwing that many. Oh, that's a couple clay. Oh no! So we don't have a pickaxe. So that's fine. Good to know. That means we're not stopping for clay, I guess. It's kind of nice to know that a lot of the clay is right on the roadside there. Oh, there we go. Actually, you're doing a bear. You don't see me. Well, so he absolutely did see me, but I don't care. So as I'm gathering up the last of these tech pages, I'm starting to realize that there's really not much left for us in this playthrough. We've done this tech notes, or no, not the tech notes. We've done the pages, like the journal pages, and we've done some quests. Probably not nearly as many as we would need to do in order to complete the game on a properly seeded world. Again, the job revamp came mid-playthrough, and I didn't really feel like starting a new one at the time. I suppose it's a thing we could do later, but let's grab some of that and grab those. Hey! There we go. Let's do 3. And I'm thinking we're going to power down all of them. There we go. That's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Last session, of course, we picked up the last of the... not the last, but we picked up the freezer tech, which I'm super excited to use. I didn't want to put a whole bunch of boxes down in the town hall because I wanted to use the town hall to put some boxes in, sure, but I wanted to test out the new freezer tech because if it works like I think it does, it's going to freeze the timer entirely of anything that you put in there. And that, of course, leads to all kinds of positive interactions. You can store those melons, store those potatoes, store that corn, right? And when you're ready to make rations or whatever, they'll be there. They won't have turned into biomass. The unfortunate part of that, of course, being that you won't be cycling your crops as much, right? So some crops may suffer production-wise, but it shouldn't be a problem, I wouldn't think. Ultimately, I think we're going to get a lot of use out of it. I think we're going to make a lot more rations because we'll have a lot more materials available to us. And I think that's just banging. I think that's the way to go. So, this playthrough ends, though. I do want to. Guys, help me out here. Was that always there? Was that the same as last season? Or are we looking at a new building there? I don't think it's new, but he got up again. Hey, play dead. We just nuked all 5 of them. So there's... nothing to worry about, at least at this particular moment. I do remember that we hit the gas can on our way through, but I don't think we actually grabbed the tech. Nope. There we go, tech page! And I think we grabbed the tech or the gas because we actually needed the gas in the ATV. I'm pretty sure we came through here on the ATV, not Big Red, so... No first aid kit, take it all. Oh, that's a liver. That means we gotta eat some fish, I think. Or bacon. Bacon might be the way to go. So look at all these livers. We got a ton of livers. And that's good, though. Eat some food. That is new. That is a mic bed. That is absolutely a mic bed. So we got another location where Mike can potentially spawn. Man, these beds are everywhere. Holy. It's these ones specifically. The ones with the little curve in the side. These are the mic beds. That's cool. That is definitely new. That jumps out at me because there was no bed like that last season. So, no. Just get a little ways away. Alright, and the last one is the one that's right along the highway. So, we're good. We'll do that. We'll hit the trader on our way back. Let's go ahead and hit the one that's down there. and then we'll go home. And that will be all the tech pages that we can collect from this playthrough. So anyways, the thing that I'm super excited about with the freezer is up until now that there's really been no way to efficiently store the livers you're going to get from the barn or from hunting animals. And I'm excited for the freezer because that will allow us to do that. Also, it will give us a place to store our milk so that we're not wasting it all the time, which we've unfortunately had to do a lot because there's nowhere to keep it. It's so large, right? What I'm seeing in our future is if we have 2 freezers, we'll be just fine. You know, we'll build the town hall, we'll put the freezers in it, and that should be more than good. And that's just how we'll do. So I'm super excited to get that all rolling. Some of that we'll start doing today. Oh, we pull in here. Oh, look, they're all congregated at the bottom of the hill. A little bit of ADD going on there. Oh, look, this one came out to play. I don't know where he was sitting. Absolutely no doubt the wrong place to be sitting. Got some screws in it. Oh, for old time's sake. Cracked. Alright. Round and round the POI. The Bambies chase the player. I'm pretty sure that's not how the song goes. And I think, because we didn't have enough livers in our cooler, right? I'm pretty sure we have a full bloody cooler of livers. I probably shouldn't complain about that, but it's getting a little hard to track at this point. We got everything. Sweet. Nice. Okay, no stairway. Tech page. 18 tech. I might actually hit the limit of my carry capacity here. Nice. That is all the POIs, I think. Oh, we've still got this garage here. And we're chocolate. Yeah, no, we're chocolate. Big Red's screaming at us. Bloody chicken. He's taunting us, guys. I'm telling you, he's taunting us. Let's get these rocks out of here. Mellowed. There. Now I'm not nearly as worried about it. When we get home fast enough, we can make those into fish rations. Maybe. There we go. We have now cleared the map of tech pages out in the wild. That's super exciting. So I'm actually seeing this as a positive thing, even though that there's a higher weight put on your tech pages. I'm actually seeing this as a positive thing. And that being because before, you go to a POI, maybe there was tech pages, maybe there wasn't, right? Because there was more tech pages. Every POI had tech pages in. Once you hit the maximum, once you had 1 point for every tech, that was it. You were done. They disappeared and they despawned, right? Because you didn't need them anymore, right? There was nothing to do with them. So rather than give you this abundance of tech points that you don't need, right? They would just disappear. And so we're just gonna go straight in and straight out. That's 3 of them. Grab those. These. I'm pretty sure I have like 2 stacks of electrical wire. That is oodles. So we'll take the bones home and refine them. Alright, I need to actually make the coffee, don't I? Split one. Boom. Oh, right. Oh my goodness. We can actually move back here. There used to be a barrier. That's actually kind of cool. That's neat. Sweet. There we go. It's actually a pretty good amount of tea and coffee. Up under there. Is there anything we can buy? We can buy the repair bench, and I think we're going to. Because I feel like we're going to need it. We are going to want the advanced clay mixer, though. At some point. At a point. We're going to want that. So we'll just... We are so chocolate in this truck. I think I'm going to take a second to reorganize how these are distributed. Look at that. We have almost a full box of iron and a full box of lead almost. Or more than a full box. Lovely. We got our heels. We got our splints. That should be in here. Oh, that all looks pretty good. Actually, yeah. Alright, on the road again. Where are we? We're headed the right way even. God, it's a beautiful thing. So we'll have to recall the ATV because we left it there. So I think at this point, the apartments in the big city are going to be our main source of loot at this point, in the event that we need it. Between those 2 POIs, you're probably going to get more than enough for a 10-day period. You shouldn't need more than that, but if we do, we have a number of other POIs that we can plunder that are nearby. That's the beautiful thing about the location that we're in. Everything is really close. We got 2 good loot sources. You got a cave really close. You got a road that's right there. You don't have to worry about finding one. The trader's even pretty accessible from our current location. Ultimately, I think if you're looking for a base that's going to be more on the permanent side, where you're not moving about and you're not going a whole lot of places all the time, this is definitely the best one in the game, I think. It's not out in the middle of nowhere. You don't have to worry about building roads out to your cave or anything, right? It's solidly accessible, and I think that's a big draw point for it, right? It even has fish in there. It didn't for the longest time. There was a point in the game's history where fishing, the developer was still trying to figure it out and figure out how to make it work like he wanted it to. So there was only fish in the really deep water, but he appears to have fixed that. He appears to have set it right. And apparently you can fish just about any water of moderate depth, which I think that's pretty cool. Cannot fish in the swamp, by the way. We did try last season. I know that seems like it might be moderate depth, and I know there is fish in the swamp in Louisiana, that sort of thing. Yeah, in this game, no. You get crocs in the swamp. That's what you get. Speaking of things, we had that one quest where I think it was 8 croc skins. No, we don't play with that. Alright, check it out. We are back. Hello, home. Hey, Mike. What's going on, buddy? Working hard taking care of them crops? Why are you so hungry? What's going on here? You have lots of food. Get you some food. Same. Alright. We'll go to bed. We'll wake up. And then we will spend some tech. Because we have now earned all the tech we can get out there in the world. Yeah. Apparently we're thirsty. Ooh, we really are thirsty. Because we don't have any water on us. Take that. Alright. So while we do that, let's go over our tech. We have 18 points. So I feel like the fridge might not be a bad investment, but we'll wait on that. We have the water house. That's good. So let's go with sink for 1 point. Absolutely going to need power, and wind power is part of our power plan. We don't have the battery, right? Let's go with the lamp. Oil and gas is 5 points. We're going to go with the stove because we need that to make the stew and stuff. I want to find out if we can make the healing beef stew that we had at the beginning of the game. If we can, that's a game changer. Let's go with... Now the question becomes at that point, do we even need the oil and gas tech? I dare say not, right? But it's only 5 points if we do. I feel like the oil pump is worth way more than the oil and gas. We have a chest and a half of gas right now and nowhere to go right now. We're going to go oil pump all the way. If we desperately need it, we'll get oil and gas, but I don't think we're going to need it. Alright, I hear you, you're thirsty. There we go. So we are now famously, once again, in the same position that we were in most of our other playthroughs. That's very satisfying, though, that you get that many tech points, and honestly, if it do be like that, it might not be so bad, because it seems like there's more tech points out there in the wild now for us to get. So I guess the question becomes, where do we want to put our oil pump? Maybe right there? I suppose we could. Does it fit there? Right? Surely not. That would be silly. Oh my god. What? We're doing it. That's where it's going. That is absolutely where it's going. That is amazing. That's funny. Oh my god. And we need the water house. Actually, hang on. I am happy with it going there, but I am not happy with it going there in favor of the water house. There we go. Okay, where's the door? Show me the door. Beg your pardon. So it doesn't want us to put it there. I want this thing on level with the rest of the base. I don't want this thing to be lopsided. That makes sense, but I don't like it there. I like it to look like a part of the base. That would be fine if it's too low. I think we had this problem last season as well. It wouldn't let us raise or lower it. I don't like that. I hate that. What about, that's almost perfect. But, I honestly believe that is about as level as we're going to get the damn thing. But it's not straight. That will bother me. There. I think that is honestly about as straight as we're going to get it, as level as we're going to get it, on level with the rest of the base. I think that's as good as it's going to get. And that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we're going to oil pump in. That doesn't even interfere much with our windows either. That's nice. I like that. Alright. That's going to take some doing, but we're okay. We're alright. I want to place one of these freezers. I want to see how much room it takes. A freezer. Plastic, aluminum, steel, and screws. Oh my, look at that. Oh god, that is so much room. Oh my. Alright. Plastic, steel. Aluminum is going to be the hard one, I think. We got to go over here anyway. Actually, before we do that, I want to build a couple more extractors in there. So iron ingots, we need 36, and planks, we need... yeah, no, that's easy. Holy hell. Yeah, so we don't have money refined of anything, but that's okay. Move all. We won't be smelting today. Oh, we're chockered. So you got a lot of iron ore, but at this point I'm actually fairly certain that with all the steel construction that we want to do, probably going to want to save that. Throw those in there. Alright. Fragments queued up. Look at that. We already got so many. We'll go ahead and turn this all into steel. That's like 40 steel, by the way. We got a ton of steel. And we're probably going to need it. Half of that is going to go into the oil pump, at least. Speaking of which, we should probably figure out our power situation. No power equals no... Oh my god. My brain just died. No power equals no anything, really. We don't get anything done without power, so... Oh, look at all that glorious steel fragments. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Alright, we're going to throw all those in there. Oh, wow. No, we're not. I'll throw those in there. Holy. That's 42 iron fragments we just combined. That should be enough for the moment. So the thing we're going to focus on steel-wise, at least to start, is going to be... I think we're going to focus on... Oh, did I? I turned it all into steel. That's fair. So we'll focus on the oil derrick and the freezer for steel first. And then if there's anything left over, we can throw that in other things. And this will give us 30 iron fragments, or iron bars. Queue this up as more fragments. And then once those are done, we'll turn to steel. So we want 12 steel for that, and 50 plastic. Holy, that's a lot of plastic. 12 aluminum. Extractor takes planks and nails. That'll work. I'm going to throw this one iron ore in the box. Boom. Aluminum ingots. We need those. So we needed them 4, but there was something on the block. We're going to need a couple of those. Oops. Not another one of those. Oh, and we are going to need some lead. So while we're out at the refinery, we will go and get some lead. I don't think we have enough aluminum for this, guys. Alright, so we need aluminum, and we need aluminum for this as well. We got 11. Do we have another one? We're going to need some more aluminum. That's okay. It's alright. Feeling the effects of hunger. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw a mineral extractor here, because we're going to need at least one more. And we need nails. Nails are in the house. What did we have here, if anything? Oh, there's some more. I don't think we're going to need more steel right this second. That's good. Oh, hello. That's good. I'm going to take those. Alright, nails. I swear we had some. Like, we picked some up, I'm pretty sure. There's some screws. There's some nails. Electrical. We got that in the... Turn those into bars as well. 6, 8, 10, 12. And we got... Okay, so that will give us our 18 for a second extractor. There we go. Alright. So we just gotta wait for this last batch to cook, and then we can... Jesus, Mike. Easy, buddy. Okay, that's all the iron we need. We have the nails. We have the planks. We'll take the fragments. Oops. He's, dang it. Alright. I got overzealous. 12, 13, 14, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. There. Almost cooked. Oh, I should absolutely not be trying to carry all these fragments around at this time. Alright, let's go drop this in the mine. Alright, aluminum, copper. We're going to turn that one to cobalt. We're going to let this one do any. So now, once we turn on the oil derrick, we'll have the ability to just have those run all the time, which would be great. Although it means we have to come out here a lot more often to actually check on them. Waddle of shame. It has this craft a weapon task. I'm almost afraid to do that because I'm afraid once we do that, it's going to give us a whole string of stuff that we've already done. We're doing it though, guys. We're getting the base set up. I like having the oil derrick tucked in that little niche there. It's kind of cool. Oh god, with all this weight, the absolute worst thing that could happen is that we get ambushed on the bridge. Let's see if we can't lighten the load just a touch. It's not like we need all those rocks anyway. Hell, maybe Mike will just come and pick them up. Who knows? I don't know if he actually does that with rocks. I know he does with logs. If you chop down a whole bunch of logs and there's log stands that are available, he will show preference to the pre-chopped logs. I know that that is a thing. But I don't know if he actually shows preference to stones in the same way. Maybe? That might be a way to do it, eh? Oil derrick, if I remember correctly, takes 100 power. The water house takes 100. I don't know what the freezer takes, though. I would imagine it's a fair amount. I would imagine. I don't know, we'll have to see. But if you guys remember from last season, there was a point where we had boxes stacked 4 tall in the town hall. And I very much remember that there was a fair amount of storage space that was just constantly producing rotten food. Those freezers will almost fill that entire area. And actually, we didn't even have boxes. We only had one side that was covered in boxes. And we had so much food that we weren't using that we never used. It's crazy. Alright. We are back. And now we're back. From outer space. And we'll throw some cobalt in there. That, apparently not. What the hell do we do with all this? Move it there, I guess, eh? There we go. Now we can move. Not for long, but we'll smelt all the aluminum that we have. Because we are going to need it. But let's smelt the copper. And we'll throw those in there. Oh, look at that. 20 steel. Beautiful. Take those. Alright, and we'll take those. And you know what? I think I'm going to drop the rest of this copper in favor of the 10 copper. That's an excellent place to start, and I think that's where we need to be. Move all. 6, 8, 10. And we will throw this in there. Boom. There we go. So we got 20 aluminum on the way, 10 copper, and 10 cobalt. So now we turn our attention to the ladder, which, there we go. Nails and sticks. Oh, we should have the nails. Oh, need one more stick. Oh, look, we have one more stick. Alright. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. So let's grab this aluminum. And we need aluminum for the freezer, correct? Yes. Oh, and we need steel as well. So we need screws, plastic, and steel. Oh, right, that's what we wanted to... Never mind. There will be exactly none of that. Stop it. Oh, I have the steel in my pocket. Alright. Now I just need plastic and screws. We'll throw the rest of the steel that... We need 5 more steel for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to need the aluminum. Nice. Alright. I think we need iron for the derrick, but... Iron at 50 iron ingots. Are you high? Wow. The rest of the steel there. And there we go. Aluminum. Pretty sure we had all the aluminum we needed for the freezer. We just need screws and plastic for that. The fact that it needs 50 plastic is actually kind of intimidating. I know we have that, but we've been stockpiling everything. Oh, are you kidding me? What? That's laughable. For as much as we've been hanging on to all of these materials, that's laughable. That's okay. You can actually make plastic out of oil. I don't remember how, but I know that you can. No, we needed screws and plastic. Oh, we need one more plastic, and that's in the... One more plastic. We almost had enough in storage. There we go. So we can't do anything with this yet. We can't... But let's just marvel at the... Let's see how many we can actually fit in here. Make food. I'm going to guess that we can get 2 here at the back and maybe 2 here on the sides at the same time. Wide. And I'm going to say 3 tall. We can nice and clean fit all of these in the... Hey, that's supposed to be good corn. Why are we... Alright. Alright. Oh, what we should do is take all these. If we can go ahead, we'll turn all these into biofuel. We can, which we can. And we'll throw the potatoes... So we'll just throw them in the freezer. I expect to have the freezer up and running today, so I'm not too worried about it. but the melon box can be cleared out. Okay. And there we go. I do hope that the developer updates Mike to be able to put melons directly into the box. That'd be nice. I've said it before and I'll say it again though. Still the most useful AI helper ever. Still the most useful. And that's my hill and I'm going to die on it. He is absolutely, hands down, the best helper ever. So now I guess we want to complete the watershed. Right? So that said, let's go ahead and make up the rest of the... Oh, we just need planks, electrical parts, and logs. That's easy. That's super easy. We're actually going to grab one of the carts. We're going to fill it up because one cart equals one watershed. Why are we only at... Oh, right. No, that makes sense. That is 18, that's 20, 25, and we are going to need electrical parts, which are in, conveniently, Big Red. Yeah, there we go. We'll just grab the stack. Oh! So the watershed is built. We have the watershed now. Let's go upstairs and see, were we cooking any iron? I think we might have been. Nah, we're not that smart. So before we get too carried away, we need some... We need to get more iron on the way. I love the fact that every round we put through is 8 iron bars, just if you have to smelt stone. I love that. That is so good. It's so good. We got almost a chest full of copper. That is incredibly good. So right now I want to... Right. I feel like... What direction are we facing? That's north. Now if the sun does follow the same pattern that it's supposed to... There we go. Dual rows of wind turbines. And since their placement doesn't actually affect other wind turbines, we don't care. We're just looking to put as many of them as we can in a fashion where they don't interfere with each other. This one should probably be back more. I feel like that's the play. Anyway, this should allow us to easily build at least one wind turbine. And of course the game's going to make me a liar. Because, of course it is. Why wouldn't it? Yeah. It tracks. We don't like it, but it absolutely tracks. Move all. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. We're going to smelt all the ore and fragments and whatever that we can. We're going to make it all. And then we're going to see where we're at after that. 1, 2, 3. Right. Now, we're going to need another aluminum, and we're going to need some iron. What does the solar panels take? We should think about those two. Power, solar panel. Iron, aluminum, copper, and cobalt. Wow. We're about to get attacked. The hell? Did you guys not? Holy! Whoa! Bloody hell! Would you die already so I can heal? That was actually a raid, and that just goes to show that we do, in fact, need to work on more spikes, because that was kind of bullshit. I'm just saying. What the? You little shit. Fell away from my bridge. I need to put some spikes up over here. I'm tired of them beating on my bridge. Good thing we're at home. We don't have to use first aid kits. We can just use you. Did we get all the guys? Did we loot them all? I feel like no, but it looks like yes. So, I think we might have got them all. I honestly believed, though, that we had more time than that before they arrived. Well, at least we don't have to worry about it tomorrow, I guess. Get some health back, because holy, we took a pounding. Alright, enough of that. Oh, would you look at that? We survived another day. Let's grab one of those. There we go. That'll fill us up nice. Oh, look at that sunrise on the river. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're alive, we're well, our health is mostly full. And I think that is a picture-perfect place. You know what? We're just gonna save the game right there. That is a picture-perfect place to end the video. In our next video, we are going to continue building the base. We are going to finish some of the things that we've been planning. And off screen, I'm going to gather some of the ores that we're going to need. Go and spend some time in the cave, do a little lead mining, because it's healthy for our lungs. And we'll see you again in the next video, hopefully facing the same direction, with a lot more ore in our pocket. Y'all take care now. Don't let the Vambies bite.